I normally start my day with a more filling meal, but I'm running behind today. Most days I throw on a podcast, more so just for ambient noise or company. Perhaps I'll list some of the podcasts that I've watched this week in the description.
Magazine covers of him and Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, because Seth is all voice.
Yeah,
I prep my week on a Sunday evening, so I check my notes and see what lies ahead, respond to emails, say good morning to the Discord family, and take care of any music promo that I need to get ahead of. Then I film a quick bit of content. On this day, I'm using the night verb pedal. I really love this thing. On Mondays, I work with clients overseas. These sessions are going to go on until late in the evening, so I try to have a morning that isn't filled with too much music. I try not to wear headphones for most of the morning, and I try not to do too much heavy work. I basically live my day in reverse. So I pack my stuff and head to a coffee shop. The weather is dismal today.
So why am I creating this video? Well, first off, I wanted to document what a standard week looks like for a full-time digital creator and music producer. But secondly, and maybe more selfishly, I want to be able to revisit this vlog and see where some of my pitfalls are and where I can make adjustments to my future. Not just creatively, but also in my lifestyle. It's only now, after 5 years of doing YouTube, that I realize how isolating this role is. And it's probably not a very healthy way to live. That being said, I do love my job. So I want you to see a very unlavish, probably quite dull, regular look at what it is that I do, how I juggle the many different hats that I wear, and try to keep my mental health in check along the way as well. If you've been watching my videos for several years, months, weeks, or this is your first time here and you haven't subscribed, please do consider it.
Once a month, I drive out to my friend Jay. He's an hour out, but I've been having my hair cut with him for years, so I still treat myself to this little bit of pampering. It does, of course, take 3 hours out of my day, but it's always wonderful to catch up with him. And of course, it forces me to take my day a little bit slower because on a Monday, we'll be working on into the night as well. Journeying back, I'll normally call my mum, do a weekly shop, and take care of any chores so my work and home space feel calmer for the week ahead. Because I woke up late today, I didn't manage to get to the gym, so I round out my day with some exercise. I don't really have a particular routine. Upper body 2 days of the week, legs 1 day of the week, and then I mix some cardio in as well. I then make my drive home to enjoy one of the saddest dinners you'll ever see. Yes, microwave leftovers, not even sitting down. Shameful. This is the breakfast I normally create: avocado, eggs, tomatoes on a sourdough. Unfortunately, still enjoying this in this tiny little kitchen instead of by the open window. I normally drive to a coffee shop to at least have an interaction with a human being before heading back home to start on some music. Getting started, we have a few tracks to create today as we'll be working with Snapback. I want to see how this plugin handles inside differing genres.
Nice, let's add a layer to that.
Again, another nasty habit of mine is eating at the desk I work at. Sometimes I suffer with there's just not enough time in the day syndrome. So once again, it's another habit that I want to change. Before it gets too dark, I try to do my mental health some good by enjoying a walk in the park that is just across the road from my house. You might notice that Tuesdays are a little bit heavier on the workload, i.e. I'm in front of the computer pretty much all day from the morning to the evening. This is because if I'm doing a sponsored post like today, you can't just showcase it on a splice loop or on its own. I have to create some music for that. So most of the day is spent creating like a range of genres, a range of music that I think showcases the plugin in various ways. So before we shoot the content, we've got to create the content. Once back, I write the script for the aforementioned content and then film into the night ready for editing tomorrow. It's a bit late, maybe 9-10 p.m, but I throw on a documentary about Dennis Rodman, make some pasta, and once again enjoy it in this tiny kitchen space. I do try to do some yoga or stretching a couple of evenings a week, but I should definitely stretch more often. This video was of course made possible with our sponsor DistroKid. Currently for Black Friday, first-time subscribers get 45% off. Grab your various discounts in the description below, and let's get back to the episode. I ordered a coffee this morning and totally forgot to get it to go. No laptop, so I'm forced to just soak up the vibes. This actually isn't the worst thing in the world, I guess. As per, I set up a podcast. Today it's Diary of a CEO. I haven't filmed too much from this point. As you can tell from the time lapse, on Wednesdays it's all about reviewing the footage and making edits so I can roll out the content for you guys on a Thursday. It normally takes me a good 4 to 8 hours per video to edit, depending on what kind of content it is. The vlog you're watching has definitely been the most time consuming of all of my videos to edit. I tried to remind myself not to eat lunch at my desk today, but that didn't last for too long as the impending stress of ensuring this video rolled out on time was getting to me. I did, however, take some time to stay on top of my chops whilst this video rendered. Generally, I try to practice drums for at least an hour a day, but that has been slipping lately with all the workload. It's back to editing, and unfortunately, on this particular day, I had an error on my hard drive and I had to start again from scratch. Generally, every 2 to 3 weeks, something will go wrong that I have to then troubleshoot, and at this point, I just roll with the punches and assume it's part of what makes up being a business owner. Unfortunately, I'll be going into the night with this one. This video is going to take at least 20 minutes to upload, which gives me some time to get some gaming in. I was actually a big gamer as a kid, but these days I'll be lucky enough to finish 1 game a year. I've actually been playing the 2016 Spider-Man for about 9 months now. I review the video ready for tomorrow, and then it's time for bed.
All kinds of horrible lies were spread about this band in their early days just because they were women.
Thursdays are personal days. That doesn't mean I don't do any work on a Thursday. It means I work on the projects that are closest to my heart right now. So that can be songs I need to finish, collaborations, some social media stuff. I might do some more drumming later, work on my piano skills. And I think it's important to journal as well. So I'll carve out some space for that. For me, there's no better way to get into the creative space than grabbing a coffee and going for a drive for like 30, 45 minutes, just listening to music on shuffle. It allows me to cleanse the palate, let the music wash over me, and find little inspirations, whether that be rhythms, chord progressions, genres. And then I go back home and let whatever is in there come out onto the page.
Build a bridge or burn what's in your way.
So with a shower out the way, I really want to continue learning as much as I can about the SP404, and I think Nervous Cooks has the best tutorials on this.
So that's another way of creating a start and end point if you found there's like a loop.
I've been working on some more future garage for my solo projects. I really want to get back into this stuff. I practice some piano. And I couldn't help but film some content, even if it was a personal day. I did, however, make time for journaling as I promised myself, even if I was interrupted. So the day was going well. I finally carved out some time to do some journaling, which I'm obviously going to need to come back to tonight. As you saw, my alarm went off, and that's to remind me that there is a meeting tonight. I have a monthly meeting with some Patreon creators, and we kind of help each other with ideas as to what folks are doing well for their communities and how they can improve those communities and do things better and give back, whether that be with content, downloads, giveaways, competitions, all that kind of thing. So we're going to dive into that meeting now. That'll take about an hour and a half, and then we might have time for just a little bit more work this evening. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So I just got off the call. It ended up being a 2-hour long call. So it's now just past 8 o'clock. So I'm going to make some dinner, take some time for myself, maybe read, and then head to bed. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I mostly sit down with clients in Tokyo or Australia first thing Friday mornings. Fridays are also carved out for private client work. This is sometimes ghost production, sample pack creation, session work, sound design, or mixing. I keep this blackboard here to write up quick reminders, ideas, or immediate goals I have.
It'd be like this. Over. What am I doing wrong?
Check out these black Akai replica reels too. Super nice.
Ooh, they are badass.
And then, you guessed it, we're filming more content.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video.
I have to kind of be careful as I'm walking down this hill and speaking to you, but I'm on my Friday evening walk. I've got a little bit of sun left, so hopefully it won't get too dark this time around. I'm glad the week is closing out. I've started to edit the video you're watching now. I'm really struggling with what this video is going to be. If it's going out on my YouTube channel, I want it to be educational or at least entertaining. And I don't know if either of those things are happening. If nothing else, it's been illuminating for me to see just how secular and samey and isolating my life is. Obviously, I was aware that I led a very routine-driven existence and I pull lots of hours into the same thing. But I didn't realize just how lonely the existence was. I really don't speak to anybody in person all week. I thought that, like, you know, when I was going to a coffee shop and ordering coffee, there was some kind of interaction there, but there's not. I order it on a machine and then I sit there. And I kind of wait for the whole week to go by to see my best friend on a Sunday for like a couple hours. The work I do is fulfilling, but it's hard to pull from that creative space every single day. I don't work with a team. I don't really have any friends. I don't speak to my family that often. And, you know, I don't come home to anybody at the end of the day or live with anybody, I guess. So it's just difficult. I'm hoping this video will turn into something as I continue to edit it. And there'll be some kind of narrative here because I don't want it to be like a woe is me sob story. I'm really grateful to do what I do. I really enjoy it. But I guess it's hard to just watch me just exist in that chair all day, every day. And, you know, especially like, why am I getting choked up? It's hard to watch the time-lapse footage and just watch the sunrise and sunset. And I haven't like taken care of my body or interacted with anybody or, you know, gone outside and seen the sunlight. You know, like now I go for a little walk and the sun has already passed over the horizon. There's a metaphor there for sure. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep editing and hopefully this will turn into something. I should probably do something this weekend to like add a bit of excitement for you guys and for me. I don't even know if anybody's made it this far into the video, so we'll see. In light of yesterday's little meltdown, I decided to don yesterday's clothing and come out to the park really early Saturday morning just to kind of shake up the routine a little bit. I don't want to do anything that's like
super false and just because I'm filming this vlog. But at the same time, I have to shake up that routine at some point. So this time seems better than any. It's like 9 a.m, super overcast today, but we're just going to enjoy our coffee, take a minute, and then we'll get our day started a little bit later. We've got some clients this morning, but then our afternoon is free. I don't take Saturdays off because a lot of folks want to book a one-to-one outside of their working schedule. So it's a normal work day today, but we're taking a little morning for ourselves, and maybe we can get some personal projects done this evening. We'll see.
Oh, the park cat has joined us.
This vlog was filmed before the US vote, by the way, and I was bemused at the fact that Trump was on Joe Rogan, so obviously I had to tune in, but yeah, it was weird. Strange times indeed.
Everybody away, and I said, that's interesting because I never really.
I get a quick shower and dress ready to meet my Saturday students. I always want to put on something presentable. Even though I work for myself, I'm very aware that folks pay for these sessions and pay for my time, so I don't ever want to look too scruffy.
Out a track, right? What is your current production knowledge?
From here, I really want to work on creating a physical tape mod for the studio. I might even turn this into a tutorial or create more if you guys are interested in them. Let me know in the comments below. I always check in with my grandfather on the weekend and then round the day off with some stretching before bed. It really is rock and roll out here. I look forward to Sunday all week as I get to hang out with my best friend who's also a terrific musician. We normally go to the golf range where we probably natter more than we hit balls. We're not too great, but we try our best. Short-lived, but with my battery refueled, I'll grab some lunch, or like today, I'll go to a garden center and grab a new plant instead. Then it's off to finish up this tape mod that I was working on. I'll be real, after this week, I didn't feel like filming too much more. I was kind of reaching the end of my tether with turning that camera on and trying to find a new angle to shoot in this singular space or that tiny kitchen. So as it was a personal day, I just took the rest of the day to veg out. But I did wrap up the day as I always do each Sunday, prepping for the following Monday, ready to start it all again. So that was a very real look at a week in the life of me, a full-time producer and YouTuber. I don't know if it was an enjoyable watch for me, but hopefully you got something out of it. As always, I'm an open book. So if you have any particular questions about how to get into this field of work or anything that I might have missed out, just drop me a comment in the sections below. And if you have critiques on how I could live my life more healthily or do more work, do less work, what your opinions are, I'd absolutely love to hear them. As always, thank you so much for swinging by, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.